Peacemaker, man. John Cena, man. That boy, John Cena. I'll tell you what is sad. I'll tell you what is sad. Um, what John Cena has done in Peacemaker is better than everything The Rock has done. And I'm a guy who was obsessed with The Rock. I bought his book. I was doing his moves and so forth. I was obsessed with him. But a guy who is the most charismatic wrestler ever just has not been able to translate us into either a film or a TV show. But you see, we talk about Peacemaker, but one of the best thing about Peacemaker is John Cena. So you're in a very good place where the best thing about your TV show is your lead character. Because I mean, it's very zany, it's very out there. Sometimes it gets a little bit too extreme and it sort of loses its focus and people talk a bit too much. But I think overall, when you just look at how violent it is, how extreme it is with the language and so forth and the content. This is something that could never happen on Marvel because it really pushes the whole content thing. So, but for me, John Cena just works so well. It's like if he was born to play this guy because just in terms of what the character is, how awkward he is, how politically incorrect he is, how strange and weird he is, how uncomfortable he is with himself, how he just delivers lines, and how he awkwardly interacts with people. John Cena just plays that to perfection. So it's just amazing to see a guy make the transition because he's done a few films like The Marine and so forth. But I think like he's finally finding character. Oh no, this is his character. Like, and I think that's why you're in such a good place where your main character is so good and is the best part of the whole character. Because every time he was on, I was like, no, this guy's actually extremely entertaining to watch, and his muscles are messed up. You know, like basically, I mean, Annie's muscles are the best, but shout out to your boy Annie over there. But yeah, John Cena's muscles are crazy. But I mean, I really liked. I think it's Daniel Brooks who play. I've forgotten what she plays. She plays Amanda Waller's daughter. She was really good because like basically she's us. She's the oldest, and I think it's because again, it's always in. See, that's what about this stuff is like. When people say, "Oh no, cast multiracial for the sake of being multiracial," casting multiracial isn't just trying to be like, "Hey man, we're trying to be like cool and 2022." It's actually good creatively because Daniel Brooks, who plays that character like Amanda Waller's daughter, it brings a whole new energy. Like the cop played by an Asian lady, it brings a whole new energy because someone from a different culture will make different acting decisions. And as an audience member, we have a different sensation looking at people, whether they're Asian, South American, whether they're East African, South African. That just brings a whole different element to the role. And what's it called? Is it Vigilante? He was super weird. He was super weird. See, sometimes I thought it was a bit overdone, but I think his relationship with Peacemaker was interesting. And I think that was the point that James Gunn wanted it to be where he just wanted a guy in there who was just completely weird and odd. But bro, that bit with the toe, I was like, ugh, your boy T1000, Robert Patrick, who played the T1000 in T2, who plays Peacemaker's father. He was cool. Obviously, the white supremacist dudes. See, I wasn't a fan of hardcore. The blonde lady, the white blonde lady, she was fine for the role to was given, but I was not that much of a fan. I liked I forgot, basically, again, guys, spoilers, it's going to be spoilers, man. The person who was working for them, but who was actually a butterfly, he was cool. And I think his name is Nigerian, he was cool. The guy with the naked beard, he was cool as well. But I think, really, the shining parts of this, look, I mean, I think with James Gunn, you can just see like this is where he's really in his element. I think when you look at Guardians of the Galaxy 1, he was covered a bit, and I still feel that's the best thing that he's done. But this is where he's just completely cut loose. And I think see, that's the thing. There were bits in which I was like, okay, that joke didn't really work as well. It didn't land as well. And the other bits were, that joke landed well. But I think the beauty about it is that because your lead character is so good and he works so well with the material and the world, every time John Cena was on screen, I was into it and I was drawn to it because he was so the best thing about it. And all the best scenes are with him. So for me, like I think the shining bit, John Cena was easily the shining piece of it. And I'll probably say the Amanda Waller's daughter, who I thought was actually funny. She had some funny bits. And also, yeah, that eagle as well, with the eagle. So look, man, I mean, it was cool. It was cool, Like, yeah, that ending was wild, bro. You know what that ending reminded me of? I don't know whether you guys have watched Starship Troopers. And I'm sure James Gunn was inspired by the monster in Starship Troopers. It reminded me so much of Starship Troopers, man. So I think, overall, man, very, very, it's different. And I think the reason why I like it is whether you like it or not and everything, and even some of the drawbacks in terms of like some of the lines I felt this really hits, it's so different from what you get. It's so different from other superhero movies. It's so different from like MCU, even so different from like the Daredevil Netflix show. That it's nice and fresh. And what is good about this stuff is bring me something fresh, something new. And I think this is simply fresh. But that's the saddest thing is this, man. The Rock should be like what John Cena is right now. Because The Rock has, bro, he's been releasing bricks. He's never released one quality thing. But for John Cena, bro, you found an amazing character. Keep hold of this character and just pray that you keep and stay with James Gunn and it can build up on this character. Because this character is a damn good character. So shout out to your boy, James Gunn. And John Cena.